Good morning students, this is Neha, your mathematics teacher. So today we are going to study about the topic perfect squares. So before coming to the topic perfect square, let us just look at a very basic definition which we have revised in our previous chapter, that is exponent. So exponent is the number which is written in the upper right corner of the number. Suppose x is a number and the number which is written here, that on the upper right corner, is known as the exponent, right? Suppose x is a number and if I raise 2 power to the x, then that will represent x multiplied by x, that is x raised to the power 2 means x is multiplied 2 times by itself. So x square is known as the x raised to the power 2, or you can say that it can be also known as the square of x. So whenever it is written as the square of a number, x is a number, if it is written as a square of a number, that means the power of that number is 2. So square of a x, that means x square, or you can say that x raised to the power 2, this also means the same, that is x square. Okay, so now let's just come to the definition of perfect square. So perfect squares are natural numbers whose exponent is 2. That means the numbers which can be represented as product of two same numbers. Means the natural numbers which can be represented as product of two same numbers are known as the perfect square. Let us just look at the example, then it will be clear to you. For example, let us take a number 4. Now the 4 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2. Now 4 is represented as the product of two same numbers, that is 2, 2. Hence 4 is a perfect square. Let us look at one more example. For example, 16. Now 16 can also be represented as 4 multiplied by 4. Now 16 is represented as product of two same numbers. Numbers are 4 and 4. That is 16 can be represented as 4 square. That means 16 is a perfect square. So perfect squares are natural numbers that can be represented as product of two same numbers. So here are squares of numbers from 1 to 10. So square of 1, that is you have to multiply 1 2 times, so it will be 1. What is the square of 2? That means you have to multiply 2 2 times, it will be 4. Similarly, square of 3, 9, square of 4, 16, square of 5 means you have to multiply 5 2 times, it will be 25. Right? Now 6 square, it will be 36, 7 square, it will be 49, 8 square, it will be 64, 9 square, it will be 81, and 10 square will be 100. So these are the squares of the number from 1 to 10, and the definition of perfect square is the numbers which can be represented as product of two same numbers. Now we will see the method how we can know whether a number is a perfect square or not. So we will discuss about the method. The method is prime factorization method. So the prime factorization method to check the perfect square. So method is as follows. So first step is that we have to break the natural numbers into product of its prime factors. So what are prime numbers, beta? So prime numbers are the numbers which have 1 and itself as a factor. So first we will break down the natural number into the product of prime factors. First step is that. Second, we will arrange the prime factors in pairs. Now after arranging that, if no factor left, then the given natural number is perfect square. But if factor is left, then the number will not be a perfect square. Let us just look at the example. The method will be clear to you. For example, 625. Now we have to check it whether it is a perfect square or not. So according to this method, first we will break the natural number. That is, we will break the 625 into prime factors. So write down 625 and try to break it down. So the first prime factor on which it will go will be 5. So the first prime factor 5 can divide the number 625. So when 5 divide the 625, so the answer will be 125. Now again, on which prime factor does 125 will get divided? So it will be 5 again. Now if you divide 125 by 5, you will get 25. Now again, 5 is the prime factor. If you divide 25 by the prime factor 5, you will get 5. Now again 5 and the answer will be 1. Now write down the 625 as you have break it down in the prime factor. 5 multiply by 5 multiply by 5 multiply by 5. So our first step is done. Now we have to arrange in pairs. So pairs, try to make the pairs. So this is first pair and this is second pair. So is there any number left after making the pairs? No. Since no number is left unpaired, hence 625 is a perfect square. So this is the method by which we will check whether the number is perfect square or not. Let us look at one more example. For example, 1296. You have to check it whether it is a perfect square or not. So first step, try to break it down into the prime factor. So the least prime factor is 2 and 2 can divide this number. So goes on 2. When 2 divides 1296, the remainder will, the quotient will be 648. Now again 2 can divide this number. So if 2 divides 648, then quotient will be 324. Right? Now again 2, if this divides 324, then answer will be 162. Then it goes on 2, the answer will be 81. Now 2 doesn't divide 81. So let us look at the another prime factor. So the prime factor, next prime factor to 2 is 3. Can 3 divide 81? Yes, 3 divide 81. So the quotient will be 27. Now 3 can also divide 27. 3 can also divide 9. Hence, we have broken down the 1296 into prime factors. So write down 1296 as the factors we have obtained. It is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Now try to make the pairs. Does any number left unpaired or not? So first pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair. So since no number is left unpaired, hence 1296 is a perfect square. So this is the method by which we will check whether the number is perfect square or not. Now let us look at the example which is not a perfect square. For example, 432. Now try to break it down into the prime factors. So the first prime factor which can divide 432 is 2. So the quotient will be 2, 1, 6. Now 2 can also divide this. 2 can also divide it, so it will be 54, then it will be 27. It will, now 2 doesn't divide 27 but 3 divides 27, so we divide it by 3. Now again 9 is divided by 3. Now the 432 can be represented as, write down 2 multiply 2 multiply 2. So we have write it down. Now try to make the pair. First pair, second pair, third pair. But now there is no pair such of 3. 3 is left unpaired. Now since 3 is left unpaired, hence 432 is not a perfect square. So in the question, if it is asked whether 432 is a perfect square, so the answer is no. And if in the question it is asked by which number we should multiply 432 so that the answer we obtained is a perfect square. Since 3 is left unpaired, so if we multiply it by 3 one more time, that is, if you multiply 3 by one more time, then it will get paired and the answer you will obtain will be a perfect square. So the answer will be 3. That is, if you multiply 432 by the 3 number, then the answer you will obtain will be a perfect square. So try to do the exercise 3.1. Thank you very much.